tonight, Halle Berry.
The pressure! It's the pressure!
Her Hollywood rise.
I'm just on for the ride.
From pageant queen.
I was just looked at as sort of a pretty face.
To a historic Oscar winner.
This door tonight has been opened.
Breaking down barriers along the way.
This role was written for a white male.
The best moments from E.T.'s more than 250 interviews with Halle on the set of her first TV show.
I've got a zit. I've got a zit.
And some of her biggest blockbusters.
And I literally can get no air. I'm just...
What you never knew about the model turned action star. Plus, the role that changed her life forever.
You don't go back to the person you were before you have children.
This is E.T. Vault Unlocked, Halle Berry.
I'm doing it all, you know? Why not?
Halle Berry, this is your life. Welcome everyone to Entertainment Tonight. No show has followed Halle's Hollywood career like E.T. She's a mother, a movie star, and a certified Hollywood trailblazer.
Okay, my real name is Halle Berry.
Hang on to something.
Hello, we're on the same side. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. I dreamt I always wanted to be a successful actress. I wanted to just work as an actress, actually.
Halle Berry!
This is those things that your fairy tale dreams are made of.
Sometimes I pinch myself and say, yeah, it's real, it's happening.
Because it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. And it's still not easy. It's still a struggle.
She's been called one of the most beautiful women in the world and sexiest woman alive. But really, Halle Berry is a game changer. She made history in 2002 as the first black woman to win a Best Actress Oscar ever.
Halle Berry and Moses Berry.
This moment is so much bigger than me. It's for every nameless, faceless woman of color that now has a chance because this door tonight has been opened. I just spoke from my heart, and it was a night that, you know, changed the course of my life. I lost my purse. Where did you lose your purse? It was on my lap when they called my name and it dropped, and my family was out of their head and nobody picked it up for me.
Halle had been in Hollywood for 13 years by then, and before the decade was out, she commanded a reported $10 million per film.
You are the highest paid black actress in movies. Is that like...
That's not true. Whoopi Goldberg is. She's the highest paid. Maybe I'm second or third.
You don't believe everything you see on TV, do you?
But it was never about the paycheck for Halle. The real goal was breaking down barriers for women of color, one role at a time.
I really think that's what acting is all about, exploring all the parts of yourself.
But long before Halle found Hollywood stardom, she was just a kid living in Cleveland, Ohio, who had dreams of becoming a journalist.
Like Barbara Walters or, you know, just a newscaster, just, you know, something on television. I knew that I liked television. I liked the camera.
Halle's upbringing wasn't easy. Her dad left when she was young, and she experienced bullying at school.
Even with my white mother, I still felt the racial tension. When I came home with Mommy, this is what they said at school, and she sat me down and she said, look in the mirror. What do you see? And I saw a black little girl, and she said, that's who you are, but be proud of that.
At 17, Halle got a taste of the spotlight, competing in beauty pageants. In 1986, she was the Miss USA first runner-up.
I was a beauty pageant queen, and then I started modeling in Chicago, and I met my manager. He encouraged me to move to New York and start studying acting, and I did. And I got a television show living in New York, which moved me to LA because that's where the television show shot. Living Dolls.
Little girl, it's amazing the way you light up.
I've got a zit. I've got a zit.
E.T. was on set of Living Dolls in 1989. The short-lived Who's the Boss spinoff also starred Leah Remini.
That was my break as far as my entry into the business. But my big break, I think, in the business was definitely Jungle Fever. I played a crack addict in that film, which a lot of people didn't expect Halle to do.
I'm a junkie. Crackhead.
Director Spike Lee had wanted to cast Halle as his wife in the 1991 cult classic, but she fought to play the grungier role, doing research at a real crack house.
After beauty pageants, it was really tough because I was just looked at as sort of a pretty face, and that's why I did Jungle Fever, because I got a chance to shed all that.
Farsi.
Oh, man. Look at girl. How you doing? My name is David Allen Greer. I'm Martin. Look there right now. She knows damn. This girl can act.
Who said that?
Halle landed her first hit rom-com role in 1992's Boomerang alongside Eddie Murphy. The movie had a primarily black cast, and its $42 million budget was one of the largest for a black film at that time.
I think it's good to see. I think that means that we're moving in the right direction, that studios are feeling confident in the fact that black people have very important stories to tell that don't deal with drugs and violence, and this story has nothing to do with that.
From the start, Halle made it her priority to tell those important stories. She drew on her own experiences to play a biracial slave in the Emmy-nominated miniseries Queen.
He ain't my master. He my pappy. How dare you speak to me like that?
I'm always looking for things to say that, hey, I'm a real actress here, I'm a thespian.
This marked Halle's first lead role and the first time she was seriously injured on set, breaking her tailbone.
My dress got caught in something in the doorway, and the horse kept riding, and I just fell backwards looking at the stars, and I was never able to get back up to get control of the horse again. Took a fall.
But Halle's star was on the rise. Throughout the 90s, she stayed in high demand, booking back-to-back projects.
5 years ago, I wouldn't have thought it would be happening for me or any other black woman in the United States. So I feel really, really blessed that I'm able to do what I'm doing.
You're not Irish.
So I lied. This role was written for a white male, and the fact that I was able to maneuver my way in is part of what I'm trying to do right now, is to do maybe smaller roles, but that weren't necessarily written for a black female.
In Fatherhood, Halle played a journalist opposite Patrick Swayze. Then she was a sexy secretary in The Flintstones.
Am I interrupting?
Not at all.
For her first thriller, she starred alongside Kurt Russell as a flight attendant in Executive Decision.
I'm trying to find roles that are different, to sort of stretch and try new things and try to enjoy what I'm doing.
That was good, but you might want to go on home now because I'm here.
E.T. was on set as Halle rocked a blonde wig and got down on the dance floor in her first comedy, the cult hit Baps, Black American Princesses.
I watched a lot of I Love Lucy tapes. Lucy did a lot of physical comedy, and I'm trying to get loose with my face and my body.
But despite establishing a successful acting resume, Halle wanted more.
I'm producing my first project early next year, the Dorothy Dandridge story for HBO.
You make it possible for it to be different next time for somebody else.
Dorothy Dandridge is the first black woman to be nominated for Academy Award in leading lady category, and she's definitely a pioneer.
Halle Berry, introducing Dorothy Dandridge.
What this night will always be remembered for me is the night Hollywood accepted me for more than a beauty, but for an actress that's been working so hard to become better and to be honest in her work.
The role not only earned Halle her first Golden Globe Award, she also won a Primetime Emmy.
Halle Berry, introducing Dorothy Dandridge.
She's unbelievable, and I'm just so proud and thankful and excited about what the future holds. And for black actresses, things are really starting to change for us, and it's just an exciting time.
And there were more exciting times ahead for Halle. The 2000s kicked off a new chapter in her career, action star.
Is it hard doing a movie like this that already has a huge fan base?
Pressure. Oh my God. I mean, the first day that I knew that I had the job, somebody told me, Storm is one of the most beloved characters, and I went, oh, great. Thank you.
Halle almost didn't play Storm in the X-Men franchise. The role was actually offered to Janet Jackson, but she turned it down to go on tour. Still, when it came to casting a new Bond girl, no audition was needed.
Magnificent view.
It is, isn't it? We're in Iceland in an ice palace hotel, and it's freezing.
E.T. was with Halle on set, and she told us while filming a stunt explosion, a piece of debris scratched her cornea. Oh, and that scene where she was seducing 007, well, it didn't go as planned either.
This isn't good. I started cutting this fig. I'm cutting a fig in our love scene, and it gets lodged in my throat. And I literally can get no air. I'm just, and Pierce right away jumps up, hits me, and out comes the fig.
With that kind of commitment to every role, it's no surprise Halle has actually faced quite a few injuries on set. In 2003's Gothica, Robert Downey Jr. accidentally broke her arm during this scene, delaying shooting for 8 weeks. She also broke 3 ribs filming John Wick Chapter 3, and 2 more during her directorial debut, the MMA drama Bruised. And while she didn't get hurt in her most recent action comedy, The Union, she did push co-star Mark Wahlberg to do more of his own stunts.
Who picked up the stunt work faster, you or Mark?
I'm gonna go with me.
I didn't want to do a stunt, I'd get the look. And then she was already doing it. She would definitely refuse somebody to step again, so then I would have to go and do it regardless.
Halle just downed an entire pint of bourbon in front of everybody, so that was a little crazy.
She stayed vertical for longer than we would have imagined.
Did you really just bang down all that bourbon?
I never drink and tell.
The year 2017, Halle Berry shocked Comic-Con and her co-stars from The Kingsman, The Golden Circle with her drinking skills. But listen, anyone who's worked with an icon like Halle knows everything she does is full throttle.
Every time I put on that suit, I felt a sense of this surreal power. People dressed me differently. They stayed a foot or two further away than normal. I was very unpredictable.
Halle spent months training for Catwoman, not only learning Brazilian martial arts, but actually living as a cat, crawling around her house and trying to jump on the counter. She was reportedly paid $12.5 million for the role, but the movie was considered a flop. And when Halle accepted a Razzie Award for her performance, she was holding her Oscar.
Oh my gosh!
Over the years, Halle's had some memorable performances opposite other A-listers like Bruce Willis.
Nice dress.
Nice party.
Tom Hanks.
We not spy.
And John Travolta. It was actually in 2001's Swordfish that Halle first gave fans some not-safe-for-work scenes, going topless.
I was really, ambivalent about the nudity. So I said no, and then it came back to me. I said, maybe it is time, and I took the risk.
This looks friendly.
You know me, I'm a friendly girl. There was a day when I used to say, we can use a body double, but now, after doing my own scenes in this movie, the feeling is a very empowering feeling.
Oh, Jesus.
Halle in hysterics and going viral in 2024 for desperately trying to get her shirt off with an assist from her wardrobe stylist.
Ah! My hair! Ah! It looked good. Hold on.
Who's a designer?
Anna Kwan?
Anna Kwan, we might have to cut the off.
I've been there before. Halle is just like us. And if Halle has taught us anything about her style over the years, Miss Berry is always in beauty beast mode.
Just give me a beautiful gown to wear, free food and drinks, and that's pretty good to me.
My dress is by Valentino. That is some dress.
La Perla. I feel a little old Hollywood. It reminded me a little bit of Audrey Hepburn.
Never afraid to take risks, Halle has been serving iconic looks since she first stepped on the scene back in 1989. And who could forget the sheer burgundy gown she wore during her historic Oscar win?
I'm wearing a dress by Elie Saab and jewels by Harry Winston.
Halle wore the dress again in November for a fashion show 22 years later. Some other memorable moments on the carpet? This sparkly mini fit for a Bond girl at the Die Another Day premiere. Her first Met Gala in a Versace jumpsuit, and another Versace number at the 2017 Oscars.
What do you do when you get dressed?
Tape my boobs up. Tape them
mama.
They know I'm the bomb.
And Halle's one of those people who can rock any hairstyle, from her signature pixie cut to curls and even platinum blonde.
I mean, having no hair, being practically a bald woman, it's always fun when I get to wear wigs and do different lengths of hair and hair colors and all that stuff.
As for the best beauty advice she's ever gotten, that was from her mom, who told her to wear a bra 24 hours a day, something Halle swears by. And when it comes to her workouts, well, those have evolved over the years. Halle revealing she started to prioritize feeling fit over looking fit. But the one thing that hasn't changed?
Beauty really does come from within, and I think there's a sparkle in someone's eye that makes them beautiful. It's a smile on their face, it's an attitude. That's just as beautiful as all this stuff.
And while Halle is undeniably beautiful, there are some things about her you may not know.
I am diabetic, so anytime there's a chance to go out and support an organization that supports finding a cure for diabetes always interests me.
Back when she was 22 and filming Living Dolls, Halle fell into a coma for 7 days and was then diagnosed with diabetes.
I've always taken it very seriously, I mean from the beginning, and I've never had it interfere with work or my lifestyle really.
Halle was actually born Maria Halle Berry. Her middle name was a nod to a department store in Cleveland. When she was 5, her name was legally changed to Halle Maria. As for one of her first jobs,
I used to work at the cookie barn. I was making cookies.
What was your title at the cookie barn?
The head cookie maker.
You were.
Some other fast facts: when Halle first moved to New York, she briefly lived in a homeless shelter after running out of money. And get this, she turned down Sandra Bullock's role in Speed because in the original script, the bus never left the parking lot. Believe it or not, there's one person who's unimpressed with Halle's fame. Her 16-year-old daughter, Nala.
She can't.
Right, you don't want to turn her and look like, I'm Halle Berry, girl.
Right. She wouldn't even care.
In 2008, Halle welcomed her baby girl with ex-boyfriend Gabriel Aubry.
I think having Nala 16 years ago fundamentally changed me. And it's like you don't go back to the person you were before you have children.
By 2015, the actress was a mom of 2. She shares her 9-year-old son Maceo with ex-husband Olivier Martinez.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for my children.
Halle's got a lot of love in her life. In addition to her kids, she also has her man of nearly 5 years, Van Hunt.
He is the man I should have married. I hope I do.
Of course, Halle first said I do to baseball player David Justice and was once Mrs. Eric Benet. Now she's all in with her musician beau. The duo had a commitment ceremony in 2021 after Maceo initiated the special moment in the car.
Do we want to make this official or something? I would love to do that.
It is
Can we do
official.
it right now? Oh, that's right. Her son. Oh.
Yeah.
You want to make it official? You can tell her. Somebody married us.
Why does Halle Berry's knee look like the face of that guy who came out of the book that Harry found in the restricted section at the library at Hogwarts? You need to stop looking at my knees. The show is up here, from here to here.
Honestly, Halle, you can't be 100% perfect. We leave you now with more gems from Halle. Good night, everybody.
Sometimes there's a moment when you realize that you're called to do something that's outside of the dream you even dreamed for yourself. I'm a lucky one because I get paid to do what I actually love, and I hope I can do this my whole life. There are no mistakes in life. Things happen for a reason. The good things that happen to us, they're because we deserve them. And the bad things that happen to us is because they're lessons to be learned in those trying times, and that it's all good. As long as you don't make the same mistakes over and over and over and over, it's all good and it's all a part of life.